You're one decision away from a completely different life. Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Anastasia and today I want to talk about how I rebooted my life to become a more happy and successful person. So I am about to make a coffee because in half an hour Frederik's Oma is coming to drive us to the city and I'm gonna go to a hairdresser and fix this little this little disaster. And but I need my coffee before that. If you want to reboot your life, go and get yourself a new haircut.
Finally, new haircut.
Just kidding, it's not that simple. In order to make any of your dreams come true, you have to have a correct mindset and you have to make action. 8 years ago, I made a decision to stop being a dreamer and become an achiever. That one decision completely rebooted my life. So why don't you grab yourself a cup of coffee and I will share with you the story of how that decision completely changed my life and I decided to move to Germany and make all of my dreams come true. I'm still very new to this YouTube journey, so please support me with a like or a comment or maybe even both. So about 8 years ago, I found myself in a relationship that didn't make me happy. Couldn't quite understand what it is that I want from life, where am I headed. Like everything just didn't quite fit as a puzzle. When I think back about changing my life, I think that there were 3 important steps that I made. First one was figuring out who am I, what kind of person am I, what is it I like, what brings me joy. Second step was figuring out how did I end up being this person, what kind of mindset, what kind of decisions led me to where I was. And the third step was defining what kind of person I want to be. What are my goals? What is my life vision? And what are the things that inspire me? And what are the things that I am willing to work for? After I've decided to end the relationship, I kind of started thinking like, why does it keep not working out for me in the love area? That was a very important step for my personal growth because for the first time in my life, I actually was brave enough to suggest that I was the problem. And it's a very tough lesson, but it is a very necessary one because you can't become a more successful, happier person unless you realize that what happens to you is the consequence of your own actions and decisions. So as long as you continue being in a victim state, as long as you continue thinking that you can't be happy because your boss is a bad guy, or because the government is wrong, or because the taxes are too high, or because you live in a wrong country, or because your parents didn't provide you with enough support, or whatever excuses you can come up with, you won't be able to do anything about your life. You won't be able to make it any better. For your life to change, you actually have to understand that you have control over your life, that you have all the power to change your life for the better. As a consequence of that realization that I was a problem, I actually started thinking about how can I improve my relationship, my attitude towards relationship, because like that was the starting point for me, as it was the most important part of my life at that point. The first very simple action I did was pick up a book about relationship and read it and find out whether I can behave better, whether I can become a better partner myself so that I can attract a better partner towards myself. Because that is how it works. You can't be in a better place unless you make yourself worthy of that place. The same with a relationship. If you want to date a better person, you have to become a better person yourself. You have to become someone who treats their partner with more respect, with more appreciation, with more love and more care. And that is what I was determined to do. I was determined to become a better partner. I started also looking at my desires in general, like what is it that I want. So for example, when I was 8 years old, my mom got me into this school that was very focused on learning English. I remember until today is the day when I went to my first English lesson. I was listening to this text about London. London is the great capital of Great Britain. I think we've all heard that text at school at some point. And my my mindset was just expanding in front of my eyes, like in a slow-mo. I was just realizing that there is so much more to this world. I fell in love with English instantly. I remember coming home and telling my mom, like, Mom, this was the greatest experience in my life. I love English. I want to be a translator. This is now the goal of my life. I want to live in London. I knew what I wanted to become. I didn't become a translator. Speaking of that goal, that I wanted to live in London, well, 8 years ago, when I was like already a grown up and I had an education, I had a degree, I thought about it again, like, because I never forgot that I wanted to live in London, except that I never believed that I could. I didn't have a travel passport to begin with. Like, that was when I figured out that I've been ignoring my dreams for my entire life. I've been only focusing on what I thought was possible based on my status, based on my education, based on what I saw in lives of people I knew, like in my surrounding. And I never considered going beyond that knowledge, going beyond what I thought was real. As soon as you believe that you can make your dreams come true, you can make them come true. Like, I truly, genuinely believe that if you can dream it, you can do it. And I'm an example to that, because at the moment that I decided that, okay, I have this dream that I've had for a while that I want to live abroad, to the moment me living abroad, a little bit over a year passed. I think a year and a half. Like, it wasn't even that much time that separated me from the dream of my life, which I didn't even believe was possible. Try to be curious about your dreams. Like, what would it take to move abroad? What would it take to become an artist? What would it take to insert whatever it is you want to become? Then you can start coming up with a plan on how to create the life of your dreams. I really hope that I managed to inspire you at least a little bit. I wish you a very lovely day and see you next time. Bye!